Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Lesson 2 of the Business English lessons. Remember what I told you in the last lesson. I told you a lot of things, but the key thing, before we study, we have to be prepared. You've got your pen, you've got your paper, you've got your PDF open either on a screen or you've printed it. You've turned off all of those pesky notifications that pop up. New email, new Instagram, new Facebook, new Tinder, who knows? Make sure you turn those off so we can focus for 25 to 30 minutes. This is really, really important. Get yourself in the mindset to study and you will learn. And don't look at it as study. This is something we do to enjoy, something we're going to benefit from. So it's something we should want to do. Okay? So make sure you do that. The next thing, quick question. Can you remember the 5 key words from business lesson 1? Maybe you did it just before, maybe you did it yesterday, maybe you did it last week. You're doing one business lesson a week. Can you remember the 5 key words? Here's the thing, it doesn't matter if you cannot remember. As long as you try to recall them, you will be learning, because when you go back and review, that's right. Okay, what were they? Build, demonstrate, develop, enhance, facilitate. Yeah, I'm cheating, I know. I've got the PDF right there. Networking, that was the topic. Have you thought about, I'm just putting this over here, have you thought about your networks? Really important, they're crucial, okay? So do the activity, think about your network, and think about adding value to your network. Because if you add value, in the future, you will get value. So there's a key tip there for you. But today, we're at lesson 2. You've got your PDF. You've listened to the MP3 file. So you've pre-learned some of the vocabulary. Let's go just quickly over the pronunciation. Impact, implement, negotiate, revitalize, generate. Make sure you're writing those down and you're not copying. You're doing it again and again, about 3 minutes. Make as many errors as you want. Write it, check. If it's wrong, write it again. As soon as you get it right, choose a new word. Okay? Don't just get it right once, get it right several times, just doing random words, okay, from these 5. That's really going to help you. I sound like a broken record. You know you have to find target words. Which ones don't you know? Write them down. They're words which you're going to learn. If you know them all, great. That's fine. You're lucky. But there's probably 1 or 2 there you don't know. Write them down. Here we are at the speaking and the repetition, okay? What we're going to do here is I'm going to read the example sentence, all 7. Then you're going to pause the video and you're going to do them out loud 3, 4, or 5 times. And again, try not to look. First, of course, you have to look at the first time, then do it out loud. Here's the thing. These ones are pretty tough today. They're quite long. Don't worry if you make mistakes. If you do it 5, 6 times and you can't get it right, that's okay. Come back, read it out loud a few times. That's fine. But first, try. That's the key. Here we go. The rise in the price of crude oil had a negative impact on the stock market. They implemented an action plan to address the problem. They were negotiating for well over 4 hours and still didn't reach a conclusion. The CEO's ideas seemed to revitalize the ailing company. They needed to generate more revenue to keep the business afloat. If we collaborate, we might be able to have a positive impact on sales. Did you negotiate a good deal? Did you notice anything there? Some of the words from previous lessons, well, lesson 1, have come back. They've come back to haunt us. No, they've come back because this is how we develop the lessons. You may not fully know it, we bring it back again and again. So you will notice that. Repeat out loud, pause, repeat out loud, then come back. You did it? Trust me, you need to do it because I'm trusting you to do it. Okay? Please do it. Today's personal development activity. This one, as we know, it's all about change. Change is inevitable. Look at 2020 and 2021. Change was a huge thing for all of us, not just in business. So we have to be able to adapt and cope with change. Very important in business, but also very important just for us, ourselves. Okay? So, be open to change. In this activity, what we want you to do is think about how open you are to change. You're going to write down whether you agree or disagree with these sentences. The thing is, it doesn't matter really if you agree or disagree. We're not judging your opinion. If you're with your webcam teacher, you're doing a lesson, we're not judging your opinion. We're looking at improving your English and the way you can express yourself. So the key thing here, we're looking at I agree, I disagree. And then we're going to use I think or in my opinion. Let me give you an example. Change is never good. I disagree. I think change is often good, although it can also be bad. I disagree. In my opinion, change is often good, although sometimes it can be bad, especially if we don't want the change that's happening. So I think, in my opinion. Okay? They're the two we want to practice when we're writing and speaking. It softens our point. We don't sound so strong. We're just saying, look, I think this. You don't have to think it, but I think it. In my opinion. Okay? It softens our opinion, or what we think, but allows us to give a statement. Okay? Really reflect on your openness to change. And make sure you're using the structures we recommend. As always, you know you need to do that activity, so please do it. And finally, we've got the reading section. I'm going to read it to you now, then you're going to read it a few times out loud to get the proper intonation, rhythm, speed, etc. Here we go. This one's all about implementing change. Implementing change. They say that forewarned is forearmed. So, if your workplace has fostered a culture of open communication, then your staff are already aware of the coming changes and have had time to mentally prepare and adjust. Well done! However, if your company is like the vast majority, then these tips are for you. Tip 1. Encourage openness. Create an environment where employees can openly express their thoughts and worries about the impending change without fear of repercussions. Tip 2. Give people a voice. Once you understand the hurdles to implementing change, it is time to bring people together to openly discuss any perceived concerns. Giving people a voice is a great way to ensure your staff feels like they've been heard. This action often results in staff buy-in. Tip 3. Be direct. Address all concerns head-on and provide as much information as possible. Do not make false promises or try to placate people. And remember to show empathy. So this reading is all about implementing change in a work environment, in an office, in a factory, in a hotel, wherever something's about to change and you have to get all the staff to do what needs to be done. So we're implementing change. But that really starts with us being open to change. That's what this reading is about. Now, when doing this with students, a couple of things they ask. Forewarned is forearmed. What does that mean? Forewarned is forearmed. It means prior knowledge, so prior warning, is giving me some sort of advantage, okay? I'm ready for it. So being warned before something happens gives me time to get ready, to arm myself, okay? So prior knowledge gives me a tactical advantage. Forewarned is forearmed. Another one which students want to know about is repercussions. A repercussion is a consequence or a result of an action. Now, a repercussion is usually a negative consequence or a negative result. Not always, but usually when you see the word repercussion, it's negative. And finally, pretty much every student says, what's placate? Okay, this is to reduce someone's anger or frustration or something like that. So imagine a baby is crying. And what do? We go, peekaboo, or we give them a dummy to put in their mouth to calm them down. We're trying to placate them. Okay, they're the 3 extra vocabulary items which a lot of students ask about. Make sure you do the activity. Make sure you think about how you react to change. And make sure you're using those target structures we've recommended. Great job today. We'll see you next time at Oyster Cafe, where we keep English real. Bye!